I don't even know where to begin. This all started maybe 3 weeks ago. I wasn't expecting anything strange. My life was boring, predictable, and honestly, I kind of liked it that way. Work, home, maybe a drink or two with friends on weekends. That's it. Nothing to write a horror story about. Until I got that message. It was a regular Thursday. I remember because I was microwaving leftover pizza at 10:43 p.m. Don't judge me. When my phone buzzed, I glanced at it, expecting another promo or something from work. But it was just 3 words. Hide and seek. That's it. No number. No contact name. No thread before that. Just that. At first, I thought it was a joke. Maybe Mike messing around again. He always liked those creepy text pranks. So I replied. Wrong number. 2 minutes later, another message. Wanna play? I squinted at the screen. There was still no number attached. Just the words in plain white text over a black bubble. I didn't reply. Honestly, I felt a little weird, but nothing serious. Probably just spam. I turned off notifications, finished my cold pizza, and went to bed. But that night, I didn't sleep well. The next morning, I completely forgot about it. Got up, showered, went to work, the usual. I didn't check my phone until lunch, and that's when I saw it. For new messages. All from the same blank sender. Found you. You didn't hide. You're not playing fair. Try again tonight. My stomach dropped. I'm not exaggerating, it physically dropped. I could feel it. I looked around the office like someone was watching me. Like maybe a hidden camera show would pop out and yell, "Gotcha!" But no, nothing. Just the sound of keyboards and phones ringing. I showed the messages to Mike later that day. He swore it wasn't him. He even looked kind of freaked out, which was rare for him. Usually, he'd laugh and call me paranoid. This time, he just said, "Dude, just block the number." So I did. Except, there was no number to block. My phone showed the messages under unknown contact. And when I tried to block it, the screen glitched. Just for a second. A weird flicker, like a static noise, only visual. Then the screen froze, and when it came back, the messages were gone. All of them. That night, I stayed up late. Not because I was scared. Okay? Just couldn't sleep. Every little sound in the apartment made me jump. Pipes clicking, fridge humming, neighbors upstairs dragging furniture at 2 a.m. like psychopaths always do. Then at exactly 2:17 a.m., another message. But this time, not a text. It was a video. 10 seconds long. No sound. Just a video of my apartment door. From the hallway. Camera tilted slightly, like someone was holding a phone just low enough not to be noticed. The door was closed. The lights inside were off. I recognized the way the light shone through the peephole. But that wasn't the worst part. At the very end of the video, just before it cut to black, I saw myself, or something that looked like me, standing behind the peephole, not moving, just watching. I turned on every single light in my apartment, checked every lock, every window. No one was inside. I checked the hallway too. Empty. And that's when I realized, whoever, whatever, was doing this, they weren't trying to scare me. They were inviting me to play. I didn't go to work the next day. I told them I had a fever, which wasn't exactly a lie. My body felt cold, and my skin, crawling, like tiny needles were dancing under it. All day, I kept thinking about that video, about the thing, or person, who looked like me. I must have watched it 50 times. Frame by frame, zoomed in, brightness up, brightness down, still the same. My face, or at least, the face I saw in the mirror every morning. But there was something off. The eyes were darker, like there were no reflections in them, just blackness. And the smile, it didn't move, not one muscle, just wide, frozen, too wide. I tried calling the phone company, asking if they could trace where the message came from. They told me no such video existed in my data logs. I asked if maybe it was deleted automatically, maybe some bug. They said, quote, "That file doesn't appear to have ever existed, sir." So yeah, that helped. Around noon, I went out for some air. Thought maybe it was all in my head. Stress. Lack of sleep. I walked a few blocks to the coffee shop I usually go to on weekends. The barista, Sarah, knows me by name. Always gives me a sarcastic smile and a free extra shot if I look like death. Which I probably did. She handed me the coffee and said, "Hey, didn't see you come in earlier today." I blinked. "What do you mean? This is my first time out all day." She tilted her head. "You were here this morning. Like 9 a.m.? You looked tired. Didn't say anything. Just stared for a while and left." I swear my heart stopped beating for a second. "You sure it was me?" I asked. She nodded, slowly. "You were wearing that hoodie." I looked down. Yeah, same hoodie, same jeans, same everything. I left without finishing the coffee. Walking home, I checked every reflection I passed. Shop windows, car mirrors, even puddles. Looking for that same face. My face. Only not mine. That night, I couldn't bring myself to sleep. I locked the door, blocked it with a chair, closed all the curtains. I even set up my phone to record a time-lapse of the hallway outside, just in case. Around 1 a.m., I was sitting on the couch, watching TV with the volume low, mostly for background noise, when my phone buzzed. Not a message this time. Not a call. An airdrop request. The name of the sender? You're it. The file? Ready.or.not.mov. I didn't accept it. I didn't even touch the screen. I just stared. And the longer I stared, the more I felt something. Like someone was watching me from behind. I turned around fast, faster than I thought possible. But the room was empty. Still, the airdrop was pending. Still, the sender was "You're it." Eventually, the request expired. But the damage was done. I didn't sleep that night. I didn't eat the next day. I just sat in that apartment, waiting for the next message, the next sign, the next version of me. And when it finally came, it wasn't digital. It was real. I was brushing my teeth when I noticed it. A slip of paper, folded in half, lying on my bathroom sink, right where I never leave anything. At first, I thought maybe I dropped it myself. Maybe a receipt from my jacket pocket? But when I opened it, I froze. It was handwritten, neat, careful, like someone took their time. It said, underscore 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 underscore. Rule number 1. Never look directly at your reflection after midnight. If it looks back, you've already lost. When I finally slept, I had a dream. Or, I hope it was a dream. In it, I was standing in front of a giant mirror. Except, it wasn't me in the reflection. It was the other version. The one from the video. And he was smiling. Not moving. Just staring. Then he raised his hand and started writing something on the glass. His finger moved slowly, like it was carving through fog. Word by word. Rule number 2. Don't answer the knock unless they use your name. If they don't know it, they're not from here. I woke up gasping. My sheets were soaked in sweat. It was still dark out. And then I heard it. Knock. 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 3 slow knocks. At the front door. I held my breath. Waited. Listened. No voice. No footsteps. Just silence. Then, knock. Knock. Again. I got out of bed. Moved slowly down the hallway. My feet cold on the wooden floor. The kind of cold that creeps up your spine. I reached the door. Looked through the peephole. No one there. I waited. Then, finally a voice. But not from behind the door. It came from behind me. Open it. I turned around. No one. Nothing. Just my empty apartment. The next morning, I found another note. On the kitchen counter. No envelope. Just a folded piece of paper. Like before. This time, it read. Rule number 3. Never play alone. If you're the only one playing, you're the prize. I sat down and laughed. Not because it was funny, it wasn't, but because I realized something. This wasn't random. This was a game, a hunt, a set of rules, and someone, or something, wanted me to follow them. But the worst part? I didn't know how many rules there were, or how close I already was to breaking the last one. I didn't go to work the next day, didn't eat, didn't even shower. I just sat there, at the kitchen table, reading the same 3 notes over and over again, trying to understand who was behind them, trying to find a pattern, a clue. But there was none, just these rules, and silence, like the calm before a storm. Around 3 p.m., I finally stood up. I needed air. I needed to feel like the world outside was still real. I walked to the park, sat on a bench, watched people walk their dogs, drink coffee, laugh. For a moment, I thought, what if I'm just losing my mind? What if I'm just tired? What if none of this is actually happening? But then my phone buzzed. A text. Unknown number. Just one sentence. You broke rule number 4. I stared at it. Rule number 4? I never saw rule number 4. I opened my notes app, typing fast, trying to piece everything together. That's when I heard a voice behind me. Calm. Gentle. Too close. You shouldn't have left the house. I turned around fast. Nobody. Just trees. Birds. A mom pushing a stroller. No one had spoken. I got up and left. Fast. Didn't even look back. When I got home, the apartment felt off. Like the angles of the walls were slightly wrong. Like the windows were watching me. There was another note, folded neatly, right on my pillow. Hands shaking, I picked it up. Rule number 4, don't talk about the rules. Ever. If you do, they'll start listening. And then I heard it. Whispers. Low, constant. Just under the surface. Like the hum of a refrigerator, but alive. Covered my ears. Walked around the apartment, whispering to myself. It's not real. But the whispers didn't stop. They were inside the walls. Inside the lights. Inside me. I did something stupid. I broke another rule. I started recording everything. Set up a camera in the living room. Hit record. And sat there. For hours. Nothing happened. Until the tape ran out. I reviewed the footage in the morning. Watched myself sitting on the couch. Blank stare. Barely moving. And then around 3:08 a.m., something flickered. Just for a second. A figure. Standing behind me. No face. Just a shadow wearing my clothes. It leaned down and whispered something into my ear. I paused the video. Turned up the volume. Played that second back again and again. Until I could finally hear it. Just one word. Run. I didn't sleep after that. I just sat there, staring at the screen, at that frozen image of the thing wearing my face, whispering one word into my ear. Run. But run from what? From who? And why now? I looked around the apartment. It didn't feel like home anymore. Felt like a trap. Like I was inside some twisted experiment. I packed a bag. Only the essentials. Laptop. Hard drive. Some clothes. The notes. And I left. No plan. No destination. Just away. I drove until the city disappeared behind me. Until the highway gave way to trees and silence. I found a small motel by the edge of a forest. Cheap. Dusty. Barely lit. Perfect. I checked in under a fake name. Room 6. Locked the door. Closed the curtains. Sat on the bed. And finally, felt like I could breathe again. But that didn't last long. At 2:17 a.m., there was a knock at the door. 3 slow taps. I froze. Another knock. I didn't move. Didn't breathe. And then, a voice. Calm. Familiar. My voice. You forgot something. I grabbed the motel phone. Called the front desk. But the line was dead. I backed away from the door, heart pounding. The knocking stopped. Silence. I stood there for what felt like hours. Then, I saw it. On the floor. Just beneath the door. Another note. Folded. White. Waiting. I picked it up with trembling hands. There are no more rules. Only choices. I turned it over. One last message. Written in the same neat handwriting. The next step is yours. I didn't sleep that night. Didn't even blink. In the morning, I left the motel. No idea where I was going. No idea who was watching. But here's the part that matters. And why I'm telling you all this now. Since that night, the notes have stopped. No whispers. No warnings. Nothing. But I can feel it. Whatever was watching me, still is. Waiting. So if you ever get a note, a simple piece of paper, telling you what to do, or what not to do, don't ignore it. Don't ask questions. And most of all, don't try to outsmart it. Because once you see the rules, you're already part of the game. And the game never ends.